here.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, what is up? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. Evie is leaving me. There she goes. Harley is playing with his BarkBox toys because Evie doesn't like them. And so if you hear any noises, it's because there's 3 dogs around me. Mason's cooking. It's a busy time. So today I have a topic that is heavily talked about as far as what I see on Facebook and social media and my friends that have animals. You know, having an animal science minor, I tend to hear about these things quite often. And that is the controversy of whether or not, Sophie is just running on the floor, whether or not you should declaw your cat. Before we get into this video, I wanted to talk about our pet of the day. Today's pet of the day is going to be a little kitten because we are talking about cats today. So, if you live in the, drumroll please, Louisville area, at the Perfect Day Cafe, there is a cat named Cumulus that is available. Here is his picture. So Cumulus is a domestic short hair mix. She is 2 years old. If I said he, didn't mean it. It's a she. She's adorable, and she is, as I stated, at the Perfect Day Cafe. So this is how it's spelled: PURRFECTDAY Cafe. She is $120, but I will say that if you're looking for a cat that's not quite that expensive, they have $5 cats and $15 cats on the exact same website. This is all through the Kentucky Humane Society, and most of them are probably located at the Perfect Day Cafe as well. I've been meaning to visit here. It's so cute. It's a cat cafe, and I haven't been to one yet, and so I really want to know what it's like. So Cumulus is only 2 months old, so she is a little girl. She's gonna be very small, and she is looking for a forever family. They don't have much information on her, but everything is listed for you to call and get more information on her. Since she is a baby, I'm assuming that she's not gonna have as much of an issue with having a traumatic past and needing as much retraining. It's just gonna be a matter of training her in the first place. So if you are interested in sweet Cumulus, go ahead and check out the link in the description, and yeah, let's get on into the video. For those of you who don't know, declawing your cat is a pretty common procedure where you remove the 3rd phalanx on their paws, which is essentially removing this part of your finger, and it is pretty painful. I'm not really going to say my opinion on it because I'm not super educated on the topic. I am an equine science major, so all of my welfare opinions really line up with horses. But I am just going to list some alternatives if you don't want to go down that path and you are looking for a solution that doesn't involve surgery. Maybe it's cheaper, it's less painful, you know, whatever. So the thing about cats and scratching is they do it as a territorial thing as well as they enjoy it. So I feel like whenever there's an animal that does something territorial, it's more of an instinct, so it's going to take a lot to get them to stop. So there are multiple ways to reinforce doing it in a certain area rather than on your couch or wherever else they seem to do it. And the first tip that I have is getting a scratching post. This is probably the most obvious one, but getting a scratching post can eliminate that, and then you just have to work on getting them to go to the scratching post rather than everywhere else. So to do that, one option, the rest of these options are going to be helping with that, is to spray the area that they usually scratch on with chemicals that they don't like. Obviously do research so that they're not harmful to them. Citrus flavors they really don't like, and I know that they make sprays specifically for this. They also make sprays to keep dogs from going to the bathroom where they're not supposed to. So there's all kinds of sprays that deter animals from certain areas where they should not be. Also, there is a spray that releases a facial pheromone that is similar to the one that they release, so that they don't feel the need to scratch because they feel as though they've already covered that area. So that is another option. Another one, and I know this is also something that they have for dogs, is nail covers. I don't know how I feel about these. Definitely a more popular option than declawing, but I don't know how well they would stay on. Worth trying. When I take Evie to the groomer, I know that they have them for cats and dogs that you can buy. You can buy them from your vet. They were created by a vet, so definitely worth looking into. Also, you can have their nails trimmed more often. This one is dependent on your cat's temperament, how well they're trained. I would definitely start at a young age. I know Evie's a dog, but I keep talking about her because she has long nails, and this is kind of similar. She was a baby. I used to put baby socks on her, and she used to walk around in baby socks so that she was always used to me touching her feet, and now I can trim her nails. So that's just a little tip for any kind of animal that you're trying to get used to touching their feet. And if you can find a groomer that they're not super temperamental around, that can do their nails and you can afford to do that, I would definitely recommend it, because that's going to be the most natural path to go down. So finally, this last one is really low budget, and I think that this is super interesting and a really fun way to go about it. Is you can take aluminum foil and lay it across where you don't want them to be, because they don't like aluminum foil, they don't like the sound of it, they don't like the look of it. So eventually they'll get the hint that they're not supposed to be around it. I think that's super interesting, and definitely worth trying out, especially because aluminum foil is like super easy to find, super easy to get, super cheap, and if it makes your cat stop clawing, that's way easier than having a surgery to have their claws removed. So yeah, guys, do you have any more tips and tricks for alternatives to declawing? Please go ahead and put them down below. If you want to hear more about cats, please let me know what topics you have in mind, and I can definitely do tips and tricks on them. If you have any tips for dogs, horses, rabbits, llamas, any of the animals that you may have domesticated, please let me know, and I will do my best to get around to them. Also, if you want the pet of the day to be featured from your city, go ahead and comment your city down below, and I will go ahead and check out the animal shelters around where you live. So if you want to follow Evie, even though she only made a short appearance, this is her Instagram. My Instagram will be below it. If you want to check out our pet of the day, go ahead and check out the link in the description. I think that's it. So I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!